Hello and welcome. My name is Arianna Ross and I am the Executive Director of Story Tapestries. I am here tonight with two incredible souls. And I say that because I have had the honor of peeking into the soul of the young lady in the middle. This is Karina Gorham. She is a talented, now 8th grader. When we met her, she was in the 6th grade. Actually, she reminded me today she was in the 5th grade going into the 6th grade. And I started to see this amazing talent with these poems and these stories. And in my opinion, and it could be because I'm biased, because I am a mom, that I do believe that oftentimes behind a young person is a mother or a father who is really standing up and makes certain that that child has the space to tell their story. And so sitting next to her is Karla Gorham, who is just an incredible parent. But I would love to pass the mic over to Karina. Can you tell us, how did you first come to know about Story Tapestries, and what has it come to mean to you?
I was in 5th grade going to 6th. It was the summer of me going into 6th grade, and my mom got a call for me to join a leadership program that was going on at the middle school. I didn't know what it was technically, but all I knew was it was going to be at my new school, and it was going to be the first steps into middle school. So it's going to prepare me for the 3 years that are going to come. When I got there, wasn't as I expected, but that is not a bad thing. It opened me up to a whole new, how can I say, it blossomed me into writing and speaking my voice about different issues into the world. And I remember my first poem that I wrote there was Under the Hope, and it was with Reggie. And we were supposed to write a poem about whatever. It was supposed to be whatever you wanted.
Mm-hmm. Like a haiku? Was it a haiku?
Not exactly. It wasn't a haiku because it could be as long as it wanted. But all you have to do is use describing words like colors,
right,
or shapes.
He gave you a framework and you just ran with it.
Yes.
I remember that. And I remember sitting and watching you just run with it. You were one of the students that couldn't stop writing. You were like, and we were like, time is up. And you were like, hold on. And the pencil just kept going and going and going. And I feel like that's kind of the way it's been ever since. Because every time I call Karina, I'm like, hi, Karina, I need a poem about, hold on. And like 2 hours later, I get an email or a text from Mom, the poem's been written. What has Story Tapestries come to mean to you? How has it helped you and how has it supported you?
It's helped me come out of my shell. It helped me learn how to perform and how to use my voice in a way that it doesn't offend people, but it opens people's eyes into a way that they know the issues that are going on and what they can do about it. And they've supported me because I can write about whatever I choose. They'll let me perform it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. If there's a certain template, I don't have an issue with it because I know all the time I get to pick what I want to write about.
Absolutely. Because honestly, your voice is what matters. And that's really, really important. Do you feel like other spaces and places give you the place to share your voice, or is this different? What makes this different to you?
This is different because usually in other places, like school, I can't voice my opinion or my beliefs the way I want to.
Right.
Because it's always turned down by no, or that isn't true, or just, we don't want to hear that. But in Story Tapestries, it's awesome. Great job. This is very powerful. You can present this. You can present whatever you want.
You guys motivate her. You motivate her to being a better, not that she's not a phenomenal writer now, but you motivate her to, what is this? Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties. Okay, can we turn it off? That's you. You guys have opened her up to find her voice, whereas Montgomery County Public Schools, sorry, y'all, whoever, it doesn't give her that push. it doesn't give her that. It doesn't give her that. Hey, Karina, can you write a? And so I've had to personally say, hey, this is my kid. Here's what she's done.
Right.
And if you don't think that's big, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
Because for me, and not because she's just my daughter, for me, she's one of the biggest things that's going to come out of Montgomery Village Middle School at this time.
And you told me something way back in September. You said that you felt that we helped unlock something in your daughter, and that is something that we can do for other students and other children. Can you clarify?
You've in so many words, you've unlocked her voice, her opinions, her judgments, you've unlocked so many things and you've allowed it. And that's what I love about Story Tapestries. If it's whatever she does, it's been allowed. It's like you're not stifling her.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You're not stifling her. It's like run with it. We love it, run with it. You know what I'm saying? And every time you've had something come up and it's like, Karina. And for me, that's big.
Right.
She may not think so, but it's humongous.
Right.
She doesn't, and like I've told you before, she doesn't know the power that she has. Because it's not, for me, honestly, I wish it was national, but since, it's local, hey, whatever, doesn't matter. But it's given her voice. I honestly, I didn't know that she was a poet. I didn't.
Right.
Until you said, she's a poet. What? Because I've never heard her. I've never heard her voice it. And it's not that I stifle her. She just doesn't.
Right.
Maybe she feels some type of way around me, and then she can release.
I think someone once said it is that we create the space and the safety for you to be able to tell your story and to honor your story. If you were to give advice or thoughts to new writers and new individuals coming into Story Tapestries, coming into the work, what would you tell them? What would you say to them is probably the most important lesson that you've learned? And what are the gifts that they can unveil or unwrap for themselves?
The biggest piece of advice I could give is probably don't think about it. Don't think about your audience. I mean, well, because in today, as people say, history repeats itself, right?
Right.
And usually, some writers are self-conscious about their audiences because they might be all Caucasian. And they might be, I don't want to hear about that. Or
that's over
it's
with.
That's over with.
And the book, they've closed the book on it. It doesn't like the slavery
anymore.
thing, like the
Right.
slavery poem.
Right.
I've gotten people that say, why is she writing about it? It's closed. It's done. It's a done deal. No, you don't understand.
I think what was powerful about that piece, and we'll definitely make sure to share that piece, but we've shared that piece a lot, was that you wrote sort of history and then you wrote the modern time. And I know I pushed you and encouraged you to expand that modern because history does repeat itself. So the piece of advice that you give people would be to encourage them to tell their story, to not allow them to have limits on what they're doing, and to not limit their imagination and their space and their place. And honestly, from your mouth to the world's ears, I hope one day we could make this national. I hope one day that every school in Montgomery County could have the opportunities that we've been able to offer in Montgomery Village. And maybe next year we'll be able to follow you into high school and do some work with your high school team, or have you be a leader in a program this summer. So I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate you so much. It is your talent that makes my job exciting. It makes my job worthwhile. When I get up in the morning and I get frustrated by doing all sorts of things that I have to do for my job, I know that I get to come to your house or I get to go someplace and I get to hear your poem and hear your story and know that it's all worth it. So thank you so much for being a part of this. And Mom, Karla, thank you so much for allowing your daughter to be a part of it and to grow.
It's not thank me, it's thank you, because you found it. You discovered it. You opened it. It's not thank me. I'm just her mom. I'm just the vessel that she, I brought her into the earth. That's it. But you guys have opened up for her so much, and for me it's a gift. She has a gift. She's gifted. There's no way around it. There's no way to explain it. It's a gift. That's the only way I can explain it.
And I'm grateful that I have been part of the process of unwrapping your gift.
Right.
So I'm going to bring this to a close because it is Facebook Live, and a lot of our listeners are a short listener. So I just wanted to say thank you. And during this giving time and on Giving Tuesday, if you consider making a small donation to support a young voice like Karina's, we would really appreciate it. Have a peaceful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you.